Last night, in the very first brothel that I went into, the very first girl that came and sat with me that I got to talk with, her name was Ong, and her English wasn't that great, but somehow we managed to Forrest Gump a conversation back and forth, and she was so sweet. And she, in the maybe 20, 30 minutes that we spent together, probably said thank you to me over a dozen times. Thank you for calling me over here. Thank you for letting me sit with you. And then there was like a shift change when all the dancers, so her crew was like getting off stage, and she looked like maybe she needed to leave, and she looked over at me like tentatively, and I said, would you like to stay longer sitting here? And she said yes, and she grabbed my hands and just again said thank you for letting me sit with you. And she hugged me goodbye when she did have to leave, and it just felt so moving that while I'm here for a short time and all I'm doing is observing and learning and not presuming to have any grand gesture or grand part in making big change happen, that in those 20 or 30 minutes, I was a safe place for her, where she wasn't being groped by some guy, she wasn't being propositioned, she wasn't having to do things that she didn't want to do. And the smile on her face and her holding my hand and saying thank you told me everything that I needed to know.